Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood 616 coming back at you live with another entry in my personal top 25 MCs of all time. You can probably hear him in the background. You know, the one, the only, Nasty Nas. Before I get into this, someone PM'd me the other day and they asked me about my, my subtitle on my channel, which is hip hop or hip hop and Scotch. And like, where's the Scotch? So tonight, there's an 18-year bottle of Johnny Walker. There's the gold case for it. I actually just poured it. I actually had to reshoot this again because, yeah, whatever. But anyways, you know, I have ice in this. I usually don't drink ice with it, but you know, for this occasion, I'm really hot right now, so straight up Scotch. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, getting back to Stillmatic. What's there to say about this record? It's one of the best records of all time. You know, it's got some of the best production. P-Rock, DJ Premier, Large Professor, Q-Tip. It's fucking phenomenal. Every song on this record's amazing. One of the best albums ever. Considered one of the best hip hop albums. Considered actually one of the best albums of all time. Can't really deny this. You know, really, what can we say? My personal favorite track on this album is It Ain't Hard to Tell. I mean, it's an odd choice. A lot of people would probably say, you know, New York State of Mind is probably my second favorite. You know, One Love the story in that. It Ain't Hard to Tell though. I love the verses. I love the way it flows in that track, man. It's just a fucking hip hop track at its best, man. And yeah, Large Pro. Yeah, Stillmatic. Fucking awesome shit right there. Next up, you know, pretty much just as good. No. It was written. It's a great record. This album definitely has, you know, one of my favorite songs, Live Nigga Rap Man, is one of my favorite fucking tracks by Nas. Hands down. Absolutely love that track. Affirmative Action's amazing. Street Dreams The Message is awesome. I Gave You Power is one of the best descriptive songs, you know, wrapped in the form of a gun. It's fucking awesome. Shootouts is fucking wicked, man. What can I say about this album? It's fantastic. The one burp in this record is Nas Is Coming, the song produced by Dre, which is kind of like a prelude to the Shitty Firm album, which I do have. I didn't actually pull it out, I just realized, but I don't know, I can probably find it. I think it's actually sitting, I don't know where the fuck it is. I don't know, it's somewhere. But anyways, yeah, I hate that track. And that's the one thing in this album right here that kind of drops it down to, like, the source gave 4.5. I agree with it. It's kind of a burp in the record, but, you know, still good. And then on to Nostradamus. Now, this was supposed to be a double disc originally. Thank fucking Christ it wasn't, because this album is really, really bad. It's one of Nas's worst records. There's only a couple tracks on here I actually do like. I like Life We Chose is good. I do like New World because I like the sample in it. You know, it's okay. What other songs are on here? Good. I think Life We Chose. I'm not even a big fan of Nostradamus, I gotta say. That's really about it, man. This album is really bad for me, man. I don't even recommend this record. It's just a bad record. It's such an interesting drop off after almost 2 classic albums that bad. He redeemed himself a little bit with I Am. This record's got decent production on it. I like New York State of Mind too. I thought it was really dope. Hate Me Now with Puff Daddy. Fuck. I have always despised that song. I don't know what it is, man. But Favor for a Favor with Scarface is one of the fucking best tracks by Nas, man. Him and Space, fucking awesome. They should do more tracks. They've done a few together. They should, like, that would be a wicked collabo record, in my opinion. Nas's Like is probably top 3 Nas songs of all time for me. Nas production, or Primo's production, Nas's rhymes are just fucking phenomenal. That is basically a prelude of what the album should have been like between these two. Doubt it'll ever happen, but, you know, otherwise, like, We Will Survive is a good track. Small World's pretty cool. It's a good album. I think this album's a little underrated by Nas. You know, I think it gets overlooked a little bit, but. And then there's like this compilation record that he I'm not really going to talk about much about this. This is not very good at all. I think this is actually pretty shitty. Then on to Stillmatic. Now this album always sparks conversation. Which is better, you know, the fucking Blueprint or Stillmatic. Your choice, whatever. whatever. Stillmatic, I think this is a good record. You know, I think it's actually a little underrated, to be honest. More people hate on this record than actually give it props for. I think it's a really good record. I love Ether, Give Yourself a Gun is fucking dope, man. One Mic, Second Childhood, Build and Destroy, The Flies with AZ is dope. My Country. You know, this album's full of fucking good tracks. I think it's really underrated. And you know, Nas lyrically is fucking, I think he's top notch on that record. The Lost Tapes I have playing on in the background right now, I think this is some of the best shit. It's just ridiculous that some of these songs never made records. You know, that they have to release in a collection called the Lost Tapes. I don't understand how the fuck that happens. I mean, I do understand being an artist myself. I've recorded lots of songs, and certain songs just don't fit the format of a record that you're doing. So I understand, you know, some of these songs not fitting. I mean, most of these songs definitely don't fit on some of the records from the past, you know. I understand it, but it does baffle me though. But the Lost Tapes, probably one of the best Nas releases in my opinion. You know, fucking awesome. Into Godson. Now this record right here is so severely underrated in my opinion. I think this album is fantastic. It's, you know, it does have a couple hiccups in it though, but I think the majority of the tracks on this album are good. Zone Out with the Brave Hearts is fucking terrible. God, I don't know, I understand how Nas ever associates with the Brave Hearts, man. That group is fucking terrible. Beyond bad. But Book of Rhymes on this record, I've played that song so many times on my radio show over the years. Love that track. Mastermind's fucking dope. Made You Look, The Cross, fucking Warrior Song's cool, man. Thug's Mansion, you know. It is what it is, man. You know, I like that track, but I think this album's severely underrated. Dance, Heaven is dope. Fuck, the whole Get Down, everything. You know, good samples on this record. It's got a really good vibe. Super underrated. Absolutely love this record. Then on to, you know, the double disc that was supposed to be the Nostradamus one from years ago, which thank God didn't happen. You know, this would have made a decent one CD. You know, a single album would have been way better. There's a lot of filler in here, and what I've done is actually, even in my iTunes, I've taken, you know, put the album in there, and basically made my version of what this album should have been, and it plays out really fucking good, man. Like, there's a lot of good tracks on here. Like, I love Street Disciple, man. I think that song is fucking sick. I don't know. There's a lot of good tracks on here. It's just really too bad that this wasn't released as a single disc, man. I think it could have been a lot better, and I think that's the reason why it totally is what it is. You know, it's a weak record because it should have been one disc. It's just too bad. I almost find myself saying there's more weak records in Nas's discography than good records. Now, Hip Hop is Dead. You know, I love the track Hip Hop is Dead. This album right here is very hit and miss with me. I don't mind this record. I don't think this record's that great. It's funny, like I'm finding myself saying most of these albums are not that good, but you know, I love listening to Nas rhyme. It's pretty good. The problem with Nas is beat selection. It always has been, you know, ever since probably Nastradamus, you know, really. That album's fucking awful beats on it. This album I thought was pretty decent. There's some bangers on here. I was happy to see, you know, the song Black Republican featuring Jay-Z. That was kind of cool to see those guys back together, or, you know, reuniting and doing tracks together and shit. But, you know, Hip Hop is Dead's fucking dope track. Which I don't agree with Hip Hop being dead. I think it's more of, you know, it's really good marketing, actually. To the self-titled that was once supposed to be called Nigger. I'm glad that he didn't use that title because that's fucking awful. Now this album I actually really do enjoy. I think this album is really fucking dope. You know, I fucking love Sly Fox, man. Sly Fox is one of the best newer news tracks by Nas. I think it's so good, man. It's so good. Make the World Go Round, which is, I mean, how many people have a song called that? I mean, it's not really the most original thing. Testify is cool. Fried Chicken with Busta Rhymes is actually really cool on here. You Can't Stop Us Now is actually pretty cool. I think it's a good record. I was a little weary, you know, of this record at first, but just all the hype around it with the title, you know, and then it came out being the untitled or the self-titled record. But I'm glad that it didn't, you know, use the N-word in there. That was kind of bad. But and then Distant Relatives with Damian Marley. Now this record, you know, you can say what you want to say about it. I think it's fucking fantastic. I think they, you know, they come together and make a very, very decent record. I think they feed off each other quite well. I mean, you know, the singles like As We Enter, I think it's fucking fantastic. Count Your Blessings is dope. Man, Leaders is really good in his own words. Disappear, Land of Front. Like, there's lots of really good tracks in it. I love the vibe of this record. If you're not a big reggae fan, you know, or that type of music, that's fine. I've seen this Nas and Damian Marley headline Rock the Bells a few years back, the summer before this album came out, and they played predominantly most of the record, so I'd heard most of it, and it fucking sounded awesome. I think they did a great job of it. Yeah, but you know, I think this album's really good. It's one of the better ones in that discography, that's for sure. I'm gonna try and find. Sorry for this, people. Yeah, here it is, right here. Okay, I forgot about this record, but the Burn record, the Nas, Foxy Brown, AZ, and Nature record originally was supposed to be Cormega in there instead of Nature. I don't mind Nature in this record, but I'm a huge Cormega fan. I think that Cormega would have been a lot better in this record than Nature, but fucking this album has the most bizarre songs, like beat selection. This album sounds like nothing how I expected it to sound like. This album is below average. It's not really that great. I don't like the shitty interludes before the tracks and stuff, but you know, the Firm Biz track is super catchy, but you know, I think Desperados is a dope track with Cannabis is on that track. Phone Tap is fucking eerie. I think that's easily by far the best track on this album. It's fucking trippy to drive to. I remember driving around when I was younger, smoking some weed and shit, and fucking that song just made me paranoid, man. I don't know what it was, but I don't know, man. There's a couple decent songs on here, like 5 Minutes to Blush. I don't know, man. If you like it, you like it, whatever. But it's a below average album, and you know, for guys like Nas and AZ, you know, that's kind of been their two really gifted lyricists that make a lot of very subpar albums. Kind of like Cannabis, you know, why didn't they just throw Cannabis in the middle of this? Oh, wait a minute, he was on Desperados. Ironic, isn't it? But yeah, Cannabis kills that record, though. But you know, it could have been better with Cormega. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, that's Nas number 14 on the list. I believe I'm at number 14 right now. Yes, I'm in the top 15. And I'm getting down there. I'm sorry for the delay on, you know, some of these because I've been really busy at work, and it's just, it is what it is. You know, I'm trying to get them done here so I can start up some new things. I'm going to start up a new thing this Friday. I'm going to do a thing called Funky Fridays coming up here. I'm going to just basically pick an album, talk about it, and shit like that. Something should be bumping on a Friday or whatever. So I'm going to do that Friday. I'm going to start up Indie Fridays. Indie reviews and stuff. I've been getting lots of requests to review people's albums that they've been sending me lately, which is very cool. And I've actually reviewed a couple records, which I'm going to be posting later on, that have been really fucking good. Really good shit, you know. That's the beauty of the internet. You know, it's been good and bad for artists, but anyways, I feel like I'm just talking away here. So, Mood 616, thanks for watching and subscribing. Peace.